Hello and welcome once again to the Lawrence County, football show. This week one, as last week, a lot of week zero scrimmages and getting all the bugs out took place. Now, we're going to start in the north and take a look at the Greyhounds. Now, last week, Wilmington, in their week zero game, 26-14 win over Sharon. Now, when you take a look at that and realize Sharon has a pretty good quality team, Wilmington gearing up for a game with Farrell. Now that they lost last year, and this will be a good test for Wilmington to see if they can bounce back and try to get and stay on that winning side of the ball. Now, let's take a look at the Neshannock Lancers. And last week didn't work out too well for the Lancers, as my monitor jumps, but the Lancers, with a loss last week, and that was to Avonworth down in Pittsburgh. Now, they'll be coming home this week to take on Riverside. Last week scored 21-7. Things won't get easier for the Lancers as they have a tough go with Riverside. Now, we're going to take a look at the Union Scotties, as the Scotties last week again traveled out to Shenango for a game with the Wildcats, and the Scotties ran into some trouble there as the Wildcats avenged last year's loss and came away with the win. So Union will be taking on Cornell this week, and it won't get easier for the Scotties because Cornell pretty good tradition of winning. Last week, 24-13 loss.
Allie's Upper Crust at 1700 Highland Avenue has a full menu: pizza, roll-ups, salad, soup, sandwiches, strombolis, dinners. They are just great for dine-in or take-out. Don't forget to give them a call at 724-652-7553. It's Allie's Upper Crust.
Tuscany Square Restaurant, 3470 Wilmington Road, where old world charm meets today's modern conveniences. You'll enjoy their spacious, comfortable seating.
Hi friends, I'm Gary West, and whether you find Augustine's Pizza at your local grocery store, the folks at Augustine's Pizza hope that their pizza is always your first choice for any and all occasions.
Welcome back and to the Lawrence County Football Show, and let's take a look at the Mohawk Warriors. Last week, kind of ran into a buzzsaw out of Laurel High School, and they dropped a 21-0 game to the Spartans. Now, keep in mind, Laurel avenging last year's loss. Now, this week, it's New Brighton traveling up to Bessemer to take on the Mohawk Warriors. Now, let's go across the county to take a look at the Spartans. Last week, as we said, that 21-0 win over Mohawk, and that's propelling them into the game with Rochester, and that's at Rochester. So this is going to be an interesting test for the Spartans to see exactly what they've got as far as the year goes. Now, it's time to take a look at the Shenango Wildcats, and Shenango beating Union last week. And if you recall, Shenango struggled last year as it was very tough for them to come up with the win. So what's it look like for the Wildcats this year? Well, as my monitor slowly changes. Here. This week, Avignon, it's now proved to be an interesting task. Remember, the Freedom Bulldogs last on air. Win this game will be a so as game was they I mistook that, and I they told me it was a Shenango, but nevertheless, Union that game to the Wild, and it's freedom. Interesting test. Wildcat complete in.
The Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side at 827 Addis Street, Newcastle. If you're craving hot dogs and more, and you're in the area, then look no farther than Coney Island, downtown Newcastle on Kennedy Square. The Crane Room is a restaurant. The Crane Room is a bar. The Crane Room is a banquet facility. The restaurant will please you time after time with their diverse menu. Ask about their daily specials. See the menu at craneroom.com. The bar gives you an abundance of choices with 35 beers on tap and always changing. Their banquet services are always to perfection. The Crane Room, located at 3009 Wilmington Road in Neshannock Township. Call 724-656-1553.
Welcome back, and Lawrence County Football Show, and let's go on down to Elwood. Well, the Wolverine, rough sledding last week as they entertained Beaver Falls, and it was a 48-0 loss handed to Elwood City. This week, they traveled to McKeesport to take on Sierra Catholic. Look for the Wolverines to have, won't get any easier in that section that features a lot of great teams. Now, let's take a look at Riverside. And as we go right edging down the line there. And this week, Riverside will take on the Shannick, as we stated before. It'll be an interesting time. See if Riverside continues their winning ways, but moreover, can the Lancers heal from last week and try to recover from that defeat suffered at Avonworth. Now, time to look at the Newcastle Red Hurricane. And if you looked at Newcastle last week, and you watched on NCTV45, what a heck of a game. As the Red Hurricane went down to Shaler, they jumped out to a 21-6 lead and then made some mental errors. Tied at 21, and when they tied it at 21, then it was a battle. Tied up at 27, and late in the game, the Hurricanes score to win 34-37. Well, this week, Newcastle comes home for some home cooking, and they'll be taking on Montour. And this, always a good game, a rivalry. Look for the Hurricanes to continue their winning ways. The way I look at it, Newcastle had one bad game against Montour, and that was maybe a year, 2 years ago. Last year came up with a win. 3 years ago came up with a win. So look for the Hurricane to come out storming and beat the Spartans. And that was the Lawrence County Football Show. Good luck to all our area teams. We wish you the very best this season and the very best here in week 1. Now,